Hey, yo! Everyone's everyone. Triple KO. Let's see what's up, triple KO, real quick. Let's see what's up. No one import. It's all nice. There's the bathroom, and we're gonna get to it. Oh.
Welcome back to another episode of Triple KO. I am, of course, going into this week of fighting game news with my two compatriots, the GOATs of all time. Let's go, trademark, that's my corporation. Justin Law and Maximilian, how both are doing this fine, sweaty summer day?
I'm looking at Justin because he's running into those problems more than me.
It's not that bad. I mean, I right now Vancouver is pretty good, but traveling season's about to come up. I'm going to Dallas, Texas. It's normally hot, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I know like a couple episodes ago I had sunglasses because I was trying to get warm vibes because it was still cold in Montreal. But now like suddenly shot up in heat, and now I might get the picture broke down. So it's the reverse. Like I don't know why God. It's like yeah. Lots of hot fighting moves this week though, and I think we should probably start first with Combo Breaker. I only got to catch a few things myself, like Bloody Roar Extreme. I was really hard for that, so everything else I just saw like highlights of Street Fighter 6, but what went down with Combo Breaker this past weekend you guys were really hyped about?
You know, I saw you tweet about, like the guy that won Bloody Roar. 3-time champions, you're a bloody go. Bloody. But overall, I mean, Power Breaker is one of those tournaments that's a passion, community where people come together and play fighting games because everything is treated equal, right? Obviously, there's going to be different games with more numbers, but like everyone cares about each community. Like even if you're like a smaller scale tournament, like I mean, they had Garo Market of Wolves as an official fighting this year. That's like amazing, right? And plus, there's so many other games. Rick, he loves the Huddle. He loves Killer Instinct. So Killer Instinct was on for like 8 hours all Saturday, like all day up to finals. And I think that was like a $15,000 prize pool, right? From Double Gamers, right? Yeah, right now. Iron Galaxy, well, not Galaxy, but Microsoft is putting an actual prize pool for the KI World Tour. So, at Combo Breaker and at Evo, there's like that's prize pool. It's like $10,000+ for the prize pool. And yeah, I got a 10th anniversary trailer.
The medallion was like a fan thing. That was like Microsoft.
That was made by them. Yeah, it was in the same way exactly what they did with me, where I effectively like made trailers for them. They commissioned KI fans to do it. So like Alex V and I think other big KI like FGC dudes put the whole thing together. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but also like let's get next to make trailers was it's also like there's some negative aspect to that.
It's like never needed any more confirmation that KI was made with absolutely no budget and from the passion of the fan base. Well, there you go.
I mean, it's a good thing too, obviously, because it's like, you know, there's so many communities in the world and enough that you get and talented people that can make their trailers so really impressive. But that leads into another Microsoft that's throw into a little bit later.
What was the
Yeah, wasn't there a ring cake tournament in NES boxing game?
Oh, I think that was Mystery King.
Mystery King. That was almost there.
Yeah. But you know, I wouldn't pass it. There was one of those side tournaments were ran on like my YouTube channel. Had like a game called Tux. I didn't finals for a lot of games for Super 6, Tekken 8. I love Tekken 8. It was so cool. It made me want to play today again. Not too much at top 8 because it was so explosive. Just watching, obviously, Super 6 with the new content with season 2, all the characters that we didn't see elite grand finals, right? So it was really different. So that was really awesome as well too.
And yeah, the grand finals.
Literally winning on a streak. So here's the crazy part: is that
Yes.
it's like so that character was the worst character in the game. Like everyone's agreeing the champion undisputed. Like she just doesn't have enough sauce. She's playing the wrong game. She's a Street Fighter 5 character in Street Fighter 6. It doesn't work out. Suddenly, Chakote, obviously a character specialist and playing pretty much nothing but Lily the entire time. And one big update, one mechanical update made a big difference was that Lily could not get up off the ground without ones or twos to be threatening. She needed super to be threatening off the ground, and all of a sudden she gets like a driver person. And now you got to start thinking about it just a little bit, just this tiniest amount. But she can actually do something. I'm gonna give it this character all the time anymore, and it's massive. So like a lot of other characters, top 8 bro.
Ramsey, he also made top 8 before Frosty. He's like the resident snake eyes for the Midwest.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that Street Fighter 6 is in a good spot right now. It's way better spot than in any kind of 4. And these patches have not been that profound. These are quite good. So probably like a driver person. That's a big change. But still, like what characters went through, it's insane. Like it's kind of still pretty meager, all things considered, in the shakeups.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I said recently that this is not going to be the only patch like for the foreseeable future, like another one's coming.
My apologies, but now finished.
All they said was that they're not going to be doing
Yes.
yearly
Allow me to
patches.
find the
anymore.
Elden. She
For the
hides in it.
remaining
She
year, they're
knows
going
the.
to be attacking things probably
Find
with
the Elden.
different
She hides in it.
games,
She knows.
similar to or different than
Therefore,
what the
Nicola,
last year
his
was.
twin, Luna.
Yeah, it's like how we got the 1.5 patch where it only like it only touched a little bit of characters where they like, hey, let's improve Ryu and see how it goes. And then this one, they're like, you know what, Ryu still needs more help, and then they gave him more Ryu buff. So I think it's going to be kind of like those smaller patches where if this character is not performing as well as they want to.
These are the asylum seekers riding weekly. The city is evicting migrants from shelters to make room for new families.
These are single system.
New York City's asylum crisis continues to grow, and every single week thousands of people come here from the southern border looking for a place to stay. But since the city shelters are full, the only way to do this new people is to kick out the current people, which means that to solve homelessness, this city's going to make tens of thousands of people homeless. What a plan.
More than 65,000 migrants roaming the city shelter system. The city says it could no longer indefinitely house and It's my peace.
Not where to go with my kids, especially because I have two small children.
I don't know what the happen.
You see the influx of migrants into
Well, I took
Guam?
you for no matter how you are.
Fair enough. We've got trash, we've got the constant noise. I mean, it's like trying to come out of your home. Today, part of a new policy that allowed migrants to claim the shelter bed for only 30 or 60 days.
Advocacy are very concerned that this will lead to an uptick in street homelessness.
We are connecting them to resources and we are talking to them about what those next steps are. A lot of people in this shelter, if they just without on the street, they're gonna cause a lot of problems.
Migrants can receive an extension and stay longer than 30 days if they can demonstrate that they have extenuating circumstances.
There was so many people that were willing to walk, we can't help them.
This changes everything we know about blood sugar problems. Doing this once a day during the last 2 months helped me really drop it. I'll never forget the look.
So New York City's top new shelter rules just kicked in, meaning thousands of people will soon be evicted. But what nobody's talking about is that on the one hand, the city is telling everyone to leave, but on the other hand, they're telling everyone that they can stay as long as they've got a valid reason, which has people lining up to try and game the system according to critics. But the sad truth is many people who came here by bus and enrolled in the shelter system did so under false pretenses, saying they would promise that they would not only get help applying for asylum, but housing and care to get back on their feet along with access to education, and most importantly, assistance finding a job. But if you ask the people who are in line right now with no job trying to get a place to stay, they'll tell you it didn't work out that way. Yet the process of getting a work permit is up to the federal government, and right now all over town we've got local groups protesting the fact that people are here who can't do anything. And you can hear 65,000 people have been lying to themselves. The problem, things are about to get even worse for the city because all over town you've got local advocacy groups upset that shelters in their neighborhoods exist. Residents are complaining that the shelters bring disruptions to their neighborhoods and occupy valuable public resources. And that exposes the real reason why we have an asylum crisis here that looks the way that it does. Because recent polling indicates 80% of New Yorkers are in favor of a right to shelter. Yet for some reason, every time the city tries to sell a shelter, that's always the wrong location. It's always either inconvenient or unsafe, or it's just the wrong place. And at the same time, residents are furious with the city that the people in those same shelters can't earn a living and provide for themselves. Yet, as a federal issue, that's not something the mayor has any control, which means New Yorkers may be ignorant of the ramifications of policies they say they're in favor of. Because even though the mayor wants to, he can't just magically put people to work. On top of that, even though it looks like the city's new policy of evicting everybody after as little as 30 days is designed to bring this crisis to an end, there are so many holes in this new system of evictions that critics say it's going to make the asylum crisis longer. While at the exact same time, bus after bus from the southern border continues to arrive, bringing thousands of people who need a place to stay. And some people say this new plan of evictions combined with all of the new arrivals is a recipe for disaster.
Migrants arrived in New York City last week, beginning the state of the city started evicting migrants from shelters under new policy that limits the amount of time citing Seaberg and
So here we are inside the bus terminal where boats arrive from the southern border, but we can't have a crisis here in New York City unless there's another bigger crisis off in the distance somewhere south of here. And that is exactly the current situation that we have. About 7 people a day across the southern border, and every week you have 1,300 people on average arriving here in the city. And by the way, that's just the official number of people that the city officials have arrived who've gone through its various intake and processing centers. Anybody who comes here and doesn't go through the official waiting and housing, the city may not really exist, which makes it pretty hard to manage shelter bed capacity if you don't have any firm idea of who may need a place to stay and who may not. Which is why the city shelters are completely maxed out right now and they're telling people to leave. And what's crazy about that is it means the same rules that were designed to stop people from being homeless are now the reason people are homeless, making this a revolving door operation that critics say helps nobody.
So here's the thing, New York City officials have just run out of space, and so they've decided on a new policy that allows them to limit the stay for adult males and adult families with no children to 30 days. And the reason for it is that they're hoping to be able to move about 50,000 people out of shelter and into some kind of permanency, whether it's leaving the city or finding.
So the city claims it doesn't want to kick people out, which makes sense to me. But this idea that everyone is transitioning to permanent housing, at least reapply as often as they want. They're not banned from getting another shot. And that means the real number of evictions for single adults is even higher because they don't have kids in school. It's easier for them to pack up and leave and go wherever they want. And they aren't eligible for prepaid debit cards that help with nutrition assistance. And as bad as this sounds, when the asylum crisis first started, the mayor actually tried to cancel right to shelter when he was blocked. Had he been able to block right to shelter, the people already in the shelter system probably would have gotten to stay for a lot longer than 30 days. Yet the mayor was unsuccessful in his efforts, and over the preceding 9 months, he had to negotiate with local activists who were calling for the city to maintain an unlimited right to shelter policy that would apply to everybody, even if the city was tearing down as far as resources go. And now we've got a situation that kicks people out of the shelters before they've done their job, which is supposed to be to prepare people to enter society as contributing members of it.
What are the concerns right now that this could lead to an increase in homelessness in the city?
In terms of the 30-day policy, you can have extenuating circumstances. So, for example, if you've had a major medical procedure like a
Okay, so if this system isn't going to lead to homelessness, and anybody who wants to reapply can as long as they have a valid excuse, what exactly is going on here? Because this article right here reveals that most people are getting approved for an extension if they want one. In fact, out of the 190 people who requested an extension, 119 got one, which is a 60% reapplication acceptance rate. And this brings up a few questions that nobody really has any good answers to. For example, how much vetting does the city do? Are they checking people's leases? Are they contacting people's landlords? Are they talking to doctors to see if the medical appointments are verified? And if the city's willing to let a good number of people stay in the shelters if they want, why do they have a system that forces people to wait in the hot sun or in the rain potentially to beg for another placement? Has the city created a program that is deliberately inconvenient or one that rewards possible deception? The sad reality is most likely that the city understands the more difficult they make it for you to get replaced in a shelter, the more people will say, you know what, I've had enough of this, I am just gonna leave town. Which is somewhat ironic because this is America's largest sanctuary city, and as an immigrant, you'd expect there to be more sympathy for your cause here than anywhere else, yet that's not necessarily the case. And nowhere is that more obvious and more true than in areas of town where the city has been able to set up shelters that are successful by its standards, yet local residents are
high IQ dope who has access to all the things that all these geniuses have created. I mean, you can figure out, we talked to Nietzsche about, he built a nuclear reactor in his house. He was a kid.
Everybody had it. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
That's so crazy. But there's a lot of different stuff you can do and have access to technology that is beyond anything you would ever be able to invent with your own mind. But because we share things across the board, you would imagine that if you were an enlightened being from another planet that's a million years more advanced than us, you'd go, let's see where this one's going. Who's an alcoholic and then he wins the lottery, like, oh shit, Eric just won the lottery.
Yes.
$200 million. It's gonna be fucking insane.
It's crazy. And they were going outside their home garden.
It might give it a little push.
talk about this type of stuff. It always just remind me of Mortal Kombat 9 when that was like coming out, and like Ed or someone at another realm would say, we're gonna have some micro changes where some little things might change and you'll have to discover them. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You have to tell people you're gonna do that shit. That's crazy.
But their changes are drastic. Like their changes was like, oh, you're the best character in the game? Well, now you're bottom tier. At least you thought you were power top. Now you're going down to the bottom. Yeah, for Street Fighter 6, I really love the way they start characters in this version at least, where they're like, all right,
we nerfed them to fit where everybody else is at, not where they rate the top. So I really love that because Luke, obviously, he was like the one character where everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's too good!" Right? In the last season, but they nerfed him to the point where it's like, no, like he's still really good. He's just not as dominant, right? Because they changed the mechanics with the wake up drive reversal and also like the parry changes. That really changed a lot for this game.
And the parry changes were like kind of it's like it's not surface level where it's like, oh, did the frame data change on parries and all of this stuff? It's like, no, the way drive reversal acts after perfect parries and how much a perfect parry rewards you, not just through frame data and attacking, but like how much drive gauges were moved and added and shit like that. That's what changed. Like that, and that's huge. That to anybody else that hasn't played a lot of Street Fighter 6, it's gonna be like nothing changed. You're not gonna notice anything, but it does. It has a big impact because, to be real, half of your experience in Street Fighter 6 is managing your green shit, and that's a huge thing about managing your green shit.
So since we're pretty much already talking about it, well, new content, Akuma being released, and just the changes else like that the entire cast has seen, I don't think we really had time to like just take Akuma, play around, play some friends, and choose arcade mode and stuff.
Sure.
It's like I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I don't even really feel like I'm playing Akuma. It just feels like the default costume. That's I get like a Goken off him, where it's like it's just it has to be right. But I love playing Goken in Street Fighter 4. Like I gravitated toward him playing for like a good chunk of it. I just like him. So my impressions of playing him now have just been like super good. It's just nice to go down to a DLC character where it's type just says normal or like easy or whatever. Every other DLC character is hard.
Yeah. So man, you haven't tried to fight Sir and Akuma in the battle yet?
I have not yet, but I know I've heard.
It was really fun, and I mean, you get like if you get to level 20 for the rewards, you get like the EX color 1. It looks really good. It's like silver. So I would say it takes if you win 10 Akuma fights, because you get like 4,000 attack points, you'll get to level 20.
But you also get points for losing. So you don't even you can lose like 6 times and you actually afford it.
The participation trophy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They really seem to go all out on this character. Like obviously it's like kind of like this character, but just like the hidden Shin version that he has, super brings great things to unlock him as a master in World Tour mode. Have you guys read about that?
I have to see the World Tour mode. Like, how do you do that?
It's like you constantly have to because Akuma just refuses to talk.
Okay.
So you constantly have to go to like Retsu and other people to be like, what's the deal with Akuma? And they're just like, oh, you don't want to mess with that. You have to do this and that, and you go back and like, Akuma doesn't want to fight you. Like, just dot. That's it. So the thing that you have to unlock, like, I forget everything because I haven't done it yet. But like it's insane, like that's exactly what I want. I just don't want it to be when we're talking about this character, I don't want it to be like walk up to him and he's on his phone. Like Jury or whatever.
Yeah, it would be very
Jury, that's fine. It's fine for most of the characters, if not all of them. But Goten's the one character Akuma's the one character where it's like, yeah, that doesn't and in order I'm not sure if you saw this, but people are theorizing, well, if this is how they're dealing with Akuma, how are they going to deal with characters that don't talk at all? Does this mean that you will never be in the game? 12. Any character that can't talk, how are they supposed to be a master of World Tour mode?
Yeah, that's easy. I think that's easy because usually, like in other games, they'll have like right, and then you'll have a subtitle of like what they're saying. So it could be very something to that.
You interpret that Q must have meant this, right?
Yes. Right. I feel like that might be a way. But I love Akuma. I like it's like easy to play. Everything combos. It just feels so freeform where you could just do whatever you want and it just works. Doesn't mean like he's broken. Because like he has all his combos, but usually if you make a mistake, he just explodes. He dies.
The thing I like was the same impression I think me and Justin got when we first played it, where it's like, oh, he's got like easy routes, like super easy shit, where it's everything just kind of mixed with one another, medium, like all that kind of shit. But then he's obviously got these other really complicated hard routes. I feel like there's only another character that I've run into in Street Fighter 6 that is like, alright, I can do easy combos and hard combos and it's can. And Kuma's like that, but even more, where he's like, I'm like, okay, easy combo that everybody can do. A medium kind of hard combo, and he's got really tough shit, which is like, oh, okay. Which is why I don't know if there's any other character in Street Fighter 6 that has more routes than Akuma. Akuma's got a ton of routes for nearly anything, it feels like. There might be like Blanca or something. Maybe Blanca or maybe something Aki, possibly. Yeah, Aki could be a good right. But Akuma's like the combo Shoto right now. And it's like, it's really are good at optimizing this character. And you look at that health. Nobody's got this shit yet. I'm watching Tokito play everybody. Nobody's really like optimized the character yet at all because he just has too much shit. Too much people get it. Like, certain Akuma, it's like level 8 CPU Akuma, you see it, you're like, bro, you're not killing me from this. You're not killing me from this. You're killing me from this. And it's like, it actually does it. You're like, oh shit, this is possible? Yeah, that. So cool.
The giant attack thing, I think that's probably done now. By the time this.
No, it's probably, yeah. Oh, it's in, I think it lasts like 10 days.
I hope they do something like this with one character per season.
Yeah, that'd be
One
cool.
character where it's like, they just deserve it because of their stature,
Sure.
who they are, whatever. Because I didn't get a chance to actually like participate in it yet, unless it's still going tonight at the time of this recording, maybe get in. But like most of this is just fun,
It's just so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have everything's good.
Well, they don't do it with previous characters. I had that interesting conversation with you when you games weekend of this. Right? Yeah, like, especially it's kind of the thing. It's kind of the Street Fighter 5 is like it was like moves back. They did the exact same shit. It's a similar time frame where it's like the year-ish later, the character shows up. It's like, it's a celebration of everything. I was having a conversation with the dudes. I don't know if there's a character in Street Fighter that's an event character like Akuma. I think Akuma is the event character. The next closest was Bison, but it's like, how many actual Bison players are there?
I would say Scott, it deserved that more.
Scott's also a character. How many actual Scott players are there? It's like, dude, it's
the last couple of months, the amount of like Crimson Viper up on our back so bad, and it not being away from the game and only being continued story stuff in people's opinions. Like I think there are few characters you can turn to an event. But what you're saying is has that mystery like so powerful. Like there's one to Hagar event.
I think Crimson Viper is a really cool character, and I think I'm in the same boat as like a Sean or a Dudley, where I would like to think that people would be really excited about these characters, but I also have to recognize that they haven't been in something for so long that people don't even know who they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Akuma's stood around forever. Like, Crimson Viper was last in Street Fighter 4 / Marvel 3, so that's 10 plus years old. So,
yeah, she wasn't even cross Tekken at one too, so she didn't make it there.
Marvel 3 was the last game.
Yeah, Marvel 3.
She told me what's that. For some reason, I thought she was remember me mixed
Yeah, boys.
What's that? They want to. Like, I would love, this is the last story, but we're talking about it now. Takayama, when she was one of the 60 directors, said that she's expect unexpected characters for season 2. And I'd like to dive into this for a second.
So what is it? You're immediately near that, man.
flaws in Street Fighter V. I'd like to think that the weird absence of all Street Fighter 3 characters in this game, weird absence of any Final Fight characters in this game, is that the seasons will be somewhat themed.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that we might get like a weirdo third strike character, not like Goro, it's already, kind of there. I could see like, I think Q is what I think of when I think unexpected, honestly. And not like, what was his name?
G and Q. Let's just not beat around the bush. Like, I talked to the devs in 2018 when that character was coming out, and they just told me G was Q at some point in development, but then they added so much new stuff that he became a new character, which is just the way Japanese works. And yeah, he has references to Q. It's a Q costume.
Rival schools. I don't see them like bringing in anyone other than like that's as far as there's run schools run. So like I can see rival schools character and they're not this season like eventually.
It's just like Capcom Terry. That's all he is.
Yeah, but now we can't have like let's say Cody was ever going to be added. We can't have 3 punching men.
Yes, you can. Bonds and Super Brian. They did not give a shit. The same devs, by the way, same directors. Like it was the same people. I don't know that
Street Fighter 5 was like what? 50?
Listen, just give Cody black hair and say he was dyeing his hair.
What's an unexpected character to you, Justin?
I'm thinking about when you think like season 2 style, where it's all brand new characters. Something like District of a Knot, an Abigail, Lucia.
of season 1. I mean, not, it was kind of weird, but she was really cool. But she's an SM5 OG, you know? Like, but if you just think of Miyagi's just Fang, right? Fang better. So that's what the majority of season 1 was just like Street Fighter 5 better, she's better. You know? Yeah, I just think they want to push like a newer generation of characters.
Like, there's so many characters that they don't see. Like,
Yeah, that's so many characters.
this comes like sequel Convergence, and then maybe a third season introducing them. Because I'm sure Capcom had metrics for each of the DC characters. What do you think, like, when all is said and done, will be the most downloaded? So I think that might, well, to be fair, like season 2 characters are probably already planned out. Like it's already
Season 2 characters were planned out when we were learning the leaks of the roster back in 2022. They're planned out before the game was even considered to be out.
Yeah. The only thing that you like their costume too. That's something which the costume is bad. Which I wonder, like, we talked about it on the reasons. So we're like, how do you get their costumes from the DLC characters? Just kind of weird. I mean, their costumes are characters. It's just like, oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah,
Another monster weight.
it made the update feel super substantial. Where it's just like, this isn't just it's a lot of other stuff. This is like the period at the end of the sentence. That is the beginning of Street Fighter 6. This is the end. Yeah.
And Aki coming away far and away the winner of that.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Like Akuma is just like, oh, you just made a Akuma.
It's kind of random.
It's kind of random. Yeah.
It's like a Honda costume for me. Yeah, it's like a 5 or a 6 in my opinion. Well, Aki's is like a 9 or a 10. Aki looks like some crazy, evil version of the
Like from Maximum Impact was and help like kind of like change a little bit. And of course the jukebox now is so good. I was so happy I had enough drive tickets to like purchase.
It's super fun. And yeah, that's my question for you guys. We got the thing we've been asking forever about, which is jukebox mode. And they I think it's like a 7 out of 10 implementation. Because you can't assign it to stages, it's characters only. So that's kind of sucks. Yeah. What sucks, in my personal opinion, is that it is establishing themes only, not critical themes. So like all of the third strike music is round 1 music. It doesn't have the round 2 music. And I did not really. So like Akuma's theme is amazing at the start, but it gets even better when it's and it kicks into round 2. It doesn't have that.
Congratulations, Max, for 7 out of 10, which I was like, fuck this guy. And then you totally turned me around. Sorry. Shit, I didn't even realize that. No, that's totally justified stuff.
Also, congratulations, Max. Capcom is like, well, you guys need to add some support for the word for It's like, bro. There's no stage themes from Street Fighter 4. So no volcanic rim. Yeah, it's all character themes. All character themes. There's a lot of amazing themes, and it's of course eventually retired. So, it's not technical. It's not there just yet. It's not.
So yeah, like, I guess we can move on a little bit from Street Fighter. Let's or just that story that was kind of revealed on Twitter that Microsoft announced down a potential currency tournament, which was back in 2021.
Correct.
And Max, we talked about this recently.
Yeah, so, I mean, just to summarize the situation, this is 2020, but so this strategy is about to create like a partnership with Sajam, where they're going to make a sort of like official, Smash GG sort of like tournament featuring rollback games, and KI is a big one. At the time, the reason they were doing that was because Microsoft just bought the website. So Microsoft like, oh, it's the big tournament companion website, the organization site. It's like, hey, how about we just do some KI tournaments with this superstar legend, right? Not even really that big. A few months before that, I run KI Lives tournament. We get like 40,000 viewers just on my channel. I don't even know what the concurrent across the website was. It might have been 50K. And it was massively successful. So it was like, oh, a lot of people care about KI. Before that, a couple of years before, we did hashtag Bring Back KI. Massively successful Square campaign. A lot of people want about KI. A lot of Microsoft people are being pestered. Where's the new KI? Yeah. So there was no new KI. It was not happening in this time frame. So this dude is like, hey, I'm gonna run a tournament because obviously, Max's tournament went well. We can do more rollback stuff. It's the middle of the pandemic, and Microsoft is like, hell no. No, we own Smash GG. You cannot make an official tournament. You're mad that you did this. Like, why are you mad? Because we don't want to give anybody the impression that it's going to be an instant.
So I want to stop you right there. It's just like supporting an old game with the turn like Street Fighter 4 Strike is not coming out because it's going to be any fun. That third strike to me, like, I don't understand that mentality.
No, it's ads backwards.
Yeah. Like,
Yes. And then they got your cancer obviously I think big drama stuff.
yeah.
Projects what we do. A lot of other people have like projects for like, tabletop stuff, Smash GG Super Bowls. And then some guys like, hey, let's do a KI thing. And a guy at Microsoft is like, no, we own Smash GG now. If we do an official sponsored KI thing, we're going to give people the impression there's a new game. We don't want people excited for something that doesn't exist.
I'm willing to meet corporations halfway on their reasoning. Like, the amount of stories I've covered, the amount of people I've talked to in the industry, I'm sure Max as well, and like Justin as well a little bit. But like, that still makes no sense to me.
Oh, I
Just
agree.
because it is a company that you own. Like, why are you jumping to that conclusion? I would still say that a third-party tournament that's even like owned by Sony, Evo, is still the bigger thing, and that would be where the concern would be, not just from the company that's running the tournament.
So now I can see the next question you have. So why the fuck was Max able to run his shit 2 months before this?
Because you're a third
Do
party.
you possess any
Number one,
concern,
I'm a third
radical,
party.
repented
And number
order,
two,
this miracle, and so you
I kind of
restore
understand how this shit works. I'm going to talk to. I talked to the
my
right person.
friend,
They said yes.
If you
Number
are
two,
hopeful,
number three, before
to
that, the same shit happened to me with Marvel, where we ran a big Marvel tournament less than 6 months before that. How the hell did you get like an official signed up Marvel versus Capcom tournament? How the hell did you do that? I knew the right people to talk to at Capcom, the right people to talk to at Marvel, they were cool with it. I effectively knew people that would like trust me and not like fucking destroy their brand in some way. And it's like, oh, Max will run something cool that'll make everybody happy. Let's just do it. So that was the theming behind like our pitch for KI, our pitch for Marvel. Where like, oh yeah, the higher ups were on board for this. So it's like, okay. But at the same point, this Smash GG stuff was not run by the KI guys. This isn't like anybody that would have been closely associated with Killer Instinct. This was just going through Microsoft internal. I have no clue who it would have been. It would have been some MS bigwig. And they're just like, hell no. No. We don't have a developer for KI. We don't want to give anybody any impression that there's a new KI. And if it was anybody from the Killer Instinct, they'd have been like, oh yeah, of course, thank you. Which is what the response that I got was, oh, cool, sure, thank you. We love Killer Instinct, which is where the majority of people that actually have some of the new KI and internal Microsoft, if they were like, hey, let's do, some sort of wacky ass Halo tournament or some other thing related to some giant AAA Microsoft thing that's wildly failing, a Redfall tournament, I don't know, they would have been super chill. They'd have been, fuck yeah.
Redfall tournament, let's go. So basically what you're saying is with like Connor, who's a co-founder of Level 1, made that Twitter thread, just had the bad luck of their Microsoft contact that they have, just not one of the people you want to be speaking.
Correct. And there's like levels to this shit, right? There's like 17 levels before it gets to the actual highest level. and I was probably at level like 10 to a person where I know can make a decision where it's like, hey, is this cool? But that's the thing is that they might have hit level 15, and as you get that much higher up, you don't want these people to know about this shit. Like, you might not want them to know because they'll just be like, fuck no, we don't have a game in development. We don't want to give people the impression that we have a game in development. Phil keeps getting asked about this shit. We don't want him to be bugged about it anymore.
You want to stay at the Dean James level, who was literally at Combo Breaker saying, everyone should help the tournament behind me.
Yes.
KI, top 8 avenue.
Yes. And that's the crazy thing about KI is that James is effectively like the lead of KI at Microsoft, and he's like a 30-year veteran in the industry. To be looking at the fact that KI has like a 30-year industry veteran with fighting games, and also potentially Iron Galaxy, who's probably wanting to make it, and they're just like probably not making anything right now because of the way MS is. So MS is just doing what they do, and they're just squandering opportunity like they've been doing with every single Rare franchise over the past 30 years.
I have my friend Derek from Stop Spelling Some Fighting. He just proposed, why does Microsoft have all these, not ashamed, but they just don't want to seem to use these Rare franchises, unless not all of them are maybe applicable in the current climate. Maybe don't bring back Jet Force Gemini, which would be a lot of people. But why is there still no Banjo Kazooie? Why is there still not a KI 2 going along? Yeah, it's not like we're in the Dark Ages, right? It's not like we're in the fighting Dark Ages. We're fighting to arguably
doing better than they ever have right now.
Exactly. So why are we on KI 3 by now? And it's just I'm sure Matt's better understanding this. It's like Microsoft just does not have a lot of faith in the IP and or fighting games, and that's just it. They don't have someone that's really on the high level that understands fighting games and how profitable or successful they could be.
All I'll say is that there's been some documentaries as of late going over Microsoft business decisions and their approach to certain franchises for the past 20 years. And they passed up things like Grand Theft Auto 3, they passed up Spider-Man, they passed up
They passed up Resident Evil 4.
They passed up Resident Evil 4. So these were a lot of the things that they were just like, no, that doesn't sound good to us. So this just falls in line with Microsoft, man. This is just the way they operate. They've just been, and we have to also realize the whole reason KI even existed back in 2013 was because it was a little game, a little XBLA game with no budget, with a no-name developer for the most part, that were able to put together magic, and they did it again, a year and a half later with another developer, So it was just lightning striking twice, and sort of seeping its way through the cracks of bullshit at this company. And now it's even harder to do that because now what's Microsoft's problem? Now they spend billions of dollars on Call of Duty. So unless it's a Call of Duty themed related thing or something in Diablo that's going to make them a shit ton of money, I don't know if they care.
Yeah. I never get tired of Microsoft watching Resident Evil 4 as an exclusive Xbox. That's so stupid that it's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's base.
No, GTA is the best game. No, RE4 is relevant to us, but GTA, them getting the concept of GTA and being like, yeah, no, I don't know about that. And it doesn't look cool. That doesn't look cool. That just sound cool to us. It's like,
but GTA is not as established. You're on Resident Evil 4. The franchise that's saved Capcom from arcade, arcade, and it's yeah, we don't really understand what's going on. Were you Shinji Mikami? And then they just watch that and goes to Nintendo. Nintendo's of course you want Resident Evil games. It's just my favorite stuff ever covered.
They probably played the game and they're like, wait, what do you mean you can't run and shoot like Call of Duty or Halo? Nah, this game's not for us.
Wait. It wasn't even Resident Evil. It was Resident Evil in general. It was RE4. One remake. It was I am tired of putting the games on Sony.
All the stuff that went to GameCube, RE0.
Yeah. It was the Resident Evil franchise. You want that to be on your console. And Microsoft just not being organized and not really understanding the gravity of it. And then some things being lost in translation because there's Microsoft English employees speaking and the translators are like, dude, you're going a mile a minute here. And they're telling Shinji Mikami, yeah, we really like it. And then I'm out of here. And then they go to the photo, yeah, roll the skin drinks. I just love it. Anyway, Not very fighting game related, but yeah, thank you for explaining the breakdown on that a bit better, Max, for the TI thing.
So yeah, long story short, we're in the same spot we were with the previous Killer Instinct talks. Go just download the game, buy the game on Steam. It's been on sale, that kind of stuff. It's free. Just check it out. You know, just go check it out.
I re-updated everything on my Steam Deck because I have a plane ride coming up, so I wanted to get on my Steam Deck for sure because I haven't played
I
that.
think it runs great on Steam Deck too.
I think so. The last time I played the non-anniversary version, it was still looking pretty crisp.
I recently fired it up on Steam. I swear it looks better on Steam than it did on Windows.
It absolutely does. Did anyone ever try Movado?
Yes,
I did not.
I did.
I did not either.
So,
Okay.
you want me to break it down?
Please.
Quick breakdown. Movado looked like he was going to be like a new era of assist character or a cameo character in Mortal Kombat 1, where it's like, oh, they're giving him a ton of ambush cameos, which is like no posing. You know, he just comes out and does shit. Because in his trailer, we saw like 7 different moves where he wasn't posing or anything. Long story short, he does asterisks. And the asterisk is that his moves only come out when you're in a juggle state. So they're like specifically juggle state combo extension moves or moves off the ground, like OTG. He is such a weird cameo, and they're not easy to do because you have such a limited period, window to actually hit the input during these juggle states, where he's probably one of the harder cameos to use in the game because you can easily fuck up his stuff. He's fun, right? It is fun to do just juggle extensions, but it's not what we were expecting. It's like a lot of caveat sort of cameo.
Because when I first saw his trailer, I thought the exact same as you. It was like, wow, it's just doing shit really fast. And yeah, I've not picked up MK1 since Omni-Man came out.
Yeah.
So I missed the shitload because ILL has not been same with you, Justin.
Yep, Omni-Man was the last time.
Did we even talk about Ermac?
Yeah, they told me.
Yeah.
I think you talked about it.
I think I talked about it. Yeah. So I checked out the latest update, and I was just, seeing how Movado plays and trying to play a little bit of other characters. And long story short, I just went back to like Havoc. I played some Havoc Movado for a little while, and Havoc's such a basic ass character. He's such a basic bitch sort of character. He's obviously he's also one of like the worst characters in the game, but I just do okay with him. And I'm in a spot right now with MK1 where it's just like, I really need a character. And it's the same exact problem I had with MK11. I think MK1's a lot more fun than MK11, don't get me wrong. I can actually play MK1, but I need a character.
Takeshi.
Yeah, it's gotta be Takeda. Like, please, dear God, I hope Takeda's fun.
He's not out.
He's not out. He's the character after Homelander.
They did this purposely to that.
I don't get it.
So let's jump into it then. On the one, Homelander trailer dropped today, or actually, the time of recording, have you seen this trailer?
I think so.
I have not.
I saw it.
I saw like a little teaser, but not the full thing.
I watched the full trailer, right? That's one thing. Out of all of the trailers, every single time they specifically for Omni-Man, but for the other DC superhero characters, I was like, it's gonna be lame. It's gonna do this, and this, and I know it.
All right.
Each of those characters went, hey, you got 10% of that right, but look at all this shit.
I agree.
After
Speak nice things.
smile, and I'm sure it's done. Absolutely done. That's just straight voice more than one.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be exclusive. That's a thing too.
It's the same thing.
Money too. Yeah, it's a big
You can't tell me Warner Brothers. Max is doing the finger thing for audio style movies.
Vegas.
The cameo.
It's so cool. There's already a lot of like I said, Vato's a crazy, weird, gimmicky kind of cameo. In the same way that there's been a lot of other gimmicky cameos so far that aren't normal. They're just psychopathic. And it seems exactly the same way, where it's just like, oh, here's another completely weird ass cameo that jumps on your back, and I kind of like this. I think that's just easy and cool. However, me and Justin knows how this shit works. The cameos that are going to be the best are the ones that are simple to use and effective. Yeah, so it's a Spencer and Spider-Man situation. No one's fucking using Spider-Man because everything's hard and weird to do. With Spencer, everything just works. So,
he just rides on your back and you just choose when you want to release him at the seconds.
it seems that way.
And it looks so cool that way. But yeah, you're right. Like if you make Chameleon, yeah, we ain't playing it.
Even if it came with like a cameo system, if you told me like 2 years ago that at any part of Territor were to come back and think you're a liar, get out the face. But I mean, it's perfect almost, right?
It looks so good.
Different, which is nice. But then, like you're saying with Bravado, the last couple of cameos have not been straightforward.
They've been. And to be fair, Chameleon was the most like straightforward sort of one. And so why is Chameleon good? All three of her cameos, all three different chameleons that go through are good in some way. They do some weird thing. One's like an overhead. I think one is a glaive that comes back, similar to what's her name? Abe? Not what's the main character's name? The girl that throws two glaives at Melina. Not Melina. Crap. Serena. Serena Lycus. And then the other one is like a fan lift, I believe. Yeah. So regardless, and she cycles between all three at any given time. But even at any time you use them, all of them will have applications that are good. And also, her cameos recover mad quick, dude. All of them recover mad quick. And it's like the randomness of it covers the fact that, oh, but you can't control which one, so make your cameo come back faster. But all three of them are really good. Yeah, so that's a lot different than a Bravado, which is a very situational cameo assist, much less friggin' Tremor. We have to manually cycle through that bitch. Yeah.
Hey, we kind of brush aside more on that one news because, like, that's what most people do on post social media and stuff. and people have really fallen out of love with it. I still think at the end of the day, if an Mortal Kombat 1 Ultimate is released and like 2 or 3 more characters are just added, like all of a sudden in that package with story level expansion,
Yeah.
I still think like that has a chance of like bringing people like back in and all this fucking content maybe I don't know, like down the line, something like that have a shitload of costumes available. You don't get to Brian's costumes every time you see a picture of a new one. Like, talk about this, and that movie Scorpion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
And like, if you just make that available, like, I will buy Mortal Kombat 1 Ultimate just to have all that one, or like, whatever.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
it's super cool. The problem, yeah, Scorpion skin is that you have to play Scorpion.
exactly.
Yeah, but they also have to get the online rewards, right?
Well, you have to play Scorpion, and he's like not fun in this game.
It's fine with
Like, not enjoyable to really play.
Yeah. Ryan's so long too. But you saw the end of the tweet, right? Like, hey, what characters, guest characters you want to come back?
Sure.
I mean, that's pretty cool. That's enticing.
Yeah, the fact that it was teetered around the idea of like, should we bring back guest characters that are in games and bring them back? And I was like, yes, please bring back Alien and Predator.
I would say just bring back Jason because that's easy.
Yes. Yeah.
A in multiverses, B like WWE owns like the movie company that puts out Friday the 13th. I guess Alien Predator rents to be tricky to get again,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's owned by Disney. But yeah, just get Jason in there. Like a Jason that's not rendered in MKX's kind of funky art style, or and more awkward animation that looks like super cool, has a Jason X skin,
Yeah.
and like I look back at Jason X and sorry, just Jason X. I'm like, yeah, just the animation style, and it like just everything is like that's back. I actually like super guy like that. It's benefits like that. But sure, comic books and stuff. So that's all good. But like I'd say like Jason having the 10-1 easy all around.
Yeah, I think so.
Justin loves him.
I love. He's my favorite.
If you have a Justin back in the box quote for MK1, like Ultimate, like I love him.
I will play. This will be my main game. Jason comes back in Mortal Kombat 1.
Speaking of characters that I would fit one thing of that is there's the full trailer I combo breaker, but I will say as much as I love the character, not much going on in that trailer.
I love that trailer.
I mean, it's fine. I like the Ranger.
Yes, that's why. I feel like, yeah.
But it's kind of like, what? Just normal shit.
But to be honest, it didn't really feel like you were seeing much different stuff than the last time she was a DLC character, which wasn't that long ago. But the Ranger, I get because she has a different super. Right? She has one more stance now. But she doesn't like make a Polish sausage in between these stances and then whip your ass with a Polish sausage or something, right? She doesn't have like some crazy green feed like Eddie does, and like she explodes. Like she's pretty straightforward in terms of how they presented her.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe it depends on. Yeah, like it's not like Eddie with the green stuff. Like a lot of characters have like that, like buff, right? Like,
Yes, she's like Jim. Reagan gets a fucking wing now, and Eddie shouldn't have been.
But it seems like she has. She's more. Well, she's always kind of like a parry type of character.
Yeah,
Yeah, more like the boy stuff, but more crazy.
And she's kind of she like combos and sign like documents that are in the country like combos.
yes.
But like the Polish flag having like in red the little bird at the end of this, which is bad because it's Polish, but I don't really that coming out in race, I'm like that's cool, that makes sense. That's even the monster the wacky with the Polish soft.
I think I was expecting something crazy. I was expecting how crazy some characters get unique buffs and meters and shit. It's like, okay, I think it'd be great. She just enters more stances. She needs to play that's cool. I see.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to actually, because I downloaded it, but I didn't actually play around with it yet. Just,
Yeah.
And
I
I
haven't played it yet.
I didn't play much of it, but it's a ton of them.
You fight the bot?
No, that dude.
Oh, okay.
I went back and checked on it, and it was like stuck in high orange, and they gave it a 2 months. It was just like before it was getting fucked up.
felt bad.
Felt bad, yeah.
Got
The AI got bugged. So trying to fix the AI now, but it seems like okay. I wouldn't say I love this. Lydia's face is better too. I'm pretty sure it's like a different scene. It looks like that name and ball.
But yeah, I can see that.
So for initial trailer, someone took like a side by side, like yeah, she just looked at that.
She has like more back, and her face is just different in Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't want to agree, but then I looked at the comparison. It's, yeah, a little fresh.
But the range are
That's funny.
Flash with this. Just like that just launched at the time of our recording about a day or two ago. Yeah, I have not played yet, but actually looking at Jason's trailer, you were seeing the bed, which is a specific build just for like that's better than most special moves that he has. That's a little bit more intense, obviously, in art style versus a little bit better. But yeah, he's really fun. I'm still not sure about like locked behind season pass for an extended period of time. In other words,
he's not a person. It's like that. It's like it's like any part of Multiverse is a player. You have that season pass. It's like Multiverse is made of generous. It's generous. So I just had that song. Okay.
I did not play, but I watched a lot. Okay. And Jason's really cool. I love the character selection when he just gets into your face, like before you fight. I think that's really cool. They like it's cartoony style, but they gave so much character to them, and I love that. My thing is, how do you feel about the gameplay being a little slower?
I heard that from people.
Yeah, it 100% is.
Yeah, it's just I don't really like it that much.
I saw first beta to be too fast for me.
Oh, really?
And that's where that's where I'll agree. I felt the original Multiverses beta was like slippery. It felt like I didn't really have much control of the character. And it feels like this one is clearly slow, and I'm like playing through tutorials, I'm like, bro, this is mad slow. Holy crap, how are they cool with this? And then you play the game, and it's kind of fine. It's weird. It looks really slow, and then once you get some actual matches in and there's a lot of chaos and shit, it feels completely fine. So I was in the same mode in the first hour, and then at the final like 3 to 4 hours, I was kind of like, I get it. I sort of get why they did this, but it doesn't visually come across as like, yeah, this is a good call in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I guess because so many characters have multi-hitting moves,
Yeah.
like, you can kind of ignore, like, it's kind of slow because of everything. Because I guess it gives you more time to do the next multi-hit for, like, combos. It makes combos way easier.
It does make combos easier to like work out. It definitely does. And I will say, one thing that I had way more fun. I tried this one time in Multiverses beta, and I was like, nope, I'm not playing that shit again. And that was 1v1. I was just like, this was not designed for 1v1s. Now I did some 1v1s with Jason, not even that many, fun as shit. It feels like 1v1s are way better in multiverses, at least from like at least an initial. I just tried it. It doesn't just give me repugnant sort of feelings. No, it was kind of enjoyable. I think I liked it more than 2v2s. So Jason's fun. He's enjoyable, and the game just sort of like lacks spice. I'd say there's just something. It's a very floaty game too. Like you're always in the air and floating in the air, and like it feels like there's like an anti-gravity sort of the game in some way. But still, like there was some redeemable parts, and Jason's very fun.
Real question. Is there an offline version?
I don't
Yes.
know. Somebody was asking me about it, and some people saying there wasn't, but I can't tell. A lot of people were saying, yeah, there's like an offline custom. You can even free for all if you want. So I'll find out with you video games this weekend.
I do want to, like, the
There
best
we
nice
come
of saying this is one baby
Master is a stonemaker spoke and speak more.
Justice, see multiverses can be rooted
If you
offline.
read it for
Sadly,
Sarah,
that
the
future
I
has
want to
been taken
limit
away
to my
with the
apprentice
latest
teacher, but hear me out. I
Wait,
need your
you can't
help.
play offline with people with
Explain
friends?
this, please. You must
And
help.
then it says make it, and
I
she
need
says
your
make
master
it a
loose
way
and
harder
like
for
my
the
apprentice
kids
with
to grow
discipline.
this game.
I need
Was
him,
it
please,
initially
now.
could do offline, but then there was an update on
Good question.
Yeah, because like running tournaments for this was a nightmare. Like it was like you have to really trick the system. It's like a loophole system. It was not like easy. Yeah, it's not easy to maneuver.
After his
So I guess they
was called
removed
thinking
that,
about it.
and it seems like from what paper it was the same.
After his
You
expulsion
can't
from
even
the academy,
just
a place
play
called
offline. It
Celia
has
in
to
the
be
eastern
connected
Caleb,
online the
thinking
whole entire
about it
time.
wouldn't be
that has to be something
our
that they're going
art,
to
but
fix.
what is
something
Glimstone,
because you
golden
can.
amber, wild
I,
blood,
I guess
should
because
not
it's like
factory.
they're keeping track of all the
Appetite for
data
learning.
that you're earning from crossplay and everything. It kind of reminds me of like a gotcha game, like like those mobile games that you have to be online to play.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of one of those.
Yeah, but like, it's not a gotcha game.
I know. I understand. It's kind of like it just reminds me of those games where it's like, yeah, you just can't play this offline. You need an internet connection, which kind of sucks for sure.
Because there's no single player like story thing.
Shall we commence the... Who could have guessed? You have my I am true. This is a... This brings us off the bodies of... If only I... You wish to resume? Indeed.
It's like
There's a story mode. Yeah, there is.
because like I was debating like, am I gonna have time to like actually download this today and boot it up and like, you know, I did not get beta. I did want to play Jason because like, yeah, that's a character I will seek out. Like, yeah, right. Like it's just everyone else. Like, yeah, I like Batman. Will I play like a game just to play as Batman? No, I can play like Arkham City or Injustice. You know. So the Jason like MKX and that's Terror Drone and that's it.
I feel like Jason and Agent Smith do a lot for multiverses, just in general. Where it's just like those two characters existing in some way in that roster make that game immediately interesting to me personally.
Joker 2, I think, helps.
Yeah. Joker's been like enough stuff where it's like not super surprising to me, but at least with it's like, oh yeah, Agent Smith is a great goddamn fighting game character. That's a cool role. And Jason coming back in some way being represented inside of MKX and Terror Drones too.
Yeah, just get Godzilla. Godzilla's in every other indie game. Dave the Diver, Godzilla's in.
That's a great game, by the way. I love that game.
It is for sure, but at the same time, it's like a one-on-one and then fighting game. Speaking of Godzilla fighting game, King Ghidorah and Ghidorah, the pollution monster, were added to Gigabash the other week. I played around with them. They're super fun. Ghidorah, since it's a pollution monster, has like poison effects, and nobody else has anything like that. And just the amount of passion that the developer Fashion Republic game has, where it's the same thing as like Street Fighter 6, where you have different tones based on the direction of the dress. So every single of these monsters has a different tone, where it's like a reference to an old movie. King Ghidorah has this crazy dive kick. That's the nastiest shit you've ever seen. You can just repeat it over and over until like a certain time where like bam, 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 bam. It's crazy overpowered and really, really fun. So I played around with that. And just, you know, we got thoughts on this. It took them a long time to have DLCs in this game, and it had 4 characters per pack, right?
Yeah.
That's the same price as the other characters. Here, they added 2 characters instead. Well, the thought process here was that it would take us much longer to offer 4 characters in another pack, so we decided to split it in half to offer 2 characters now.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't too long between the last Ultraman character pack, which was 4, so we can give you 2 right now. And they thought that was the better like solution rather than people have to wait.
Probably right.
When it's kaiju characters, every single character is its own thing. So you get Godzilla, you don't get everyone else. Everyone else is their own trademark.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I was like, that's probably the better thing to do, in all honesty. If any other game follows a similar route, it's like if you can get that character and you can polish them rather than wait for more,
So you know
and
already,
charge more money, I think that's the safer bet myself. But yeah.
Forgetting the mission.
I will probably force
Father.
both of you to play Game
Mother.
Bash with me soon.
Lord
Maybe
Gideon
even
has
locally,
offered me
who knows?
guidance all my
Yeah,
life.
that too. I just realized
And
that's
I
now
never
a
traded.
close possibility. Like, aren't we?
And I
Everybody's
think
going
God
to
is
this,
meant to be. Where is the
you
just who
know,
once told me
summer
that if he
game
became Elden
cest,
Lord,
whatever.
he would not simply lie?
We're going to the beach.
No. How could his
Everybody
father
going to
has all and now
I think we're going to be
is
beach
that
at
ash?
my
I can smell the
domicile or
ancient
some weird shit.
Something like that.
I don't feel the presence of
So yeah,
spirit
I was
still.
having fun
It
with that,
reminds me,
but
thank you.
I wanted to
In
ask
this
like
ash,
Max
it
was
reminds
actually
me of-
versus like you playing it
in
a
this
little
ash,
bit, like
it
how
reminds me of-
general feelings on it. Because I've seen a lot of people say like there's features removed,
Yeah, there's definitely. I wasn't like a multiversus hardcore. It's just one of those things I jumped in and tried. Enjoyed my time with it, but then I wanted like invest heavily. You know, I can't play every game for a billion hours, but I enjoyed it myself at least. The exact same way with the current beta. Well, I'm sorry, with the actual release. I will say that the slowness of the game was inherently like, it was just a bad call. But I had big issues with how slippery and wacky the game sort of felt in the previous beta. So while I thought that was a detriment in the first like 30 minutes to hour, by the time it was at the end, I was like, I think I prefer it this way. I think if we're to ask me, do you like this more than this? I actually think I like the way it currently is a little bit more. But you know, all things considered, there's a lot of other things that are changing in the game in ways that I wasn't familiar with the previous one, that a lot of other people are, and there's been some disparity where it's just like, yeah, this is gone, this is training bonus in here, this isn't here, currency birth, this is all F now, like that kind of stuff. Giving tools to people is easy anymore, like all this weird shit. So we'll see. I think characters and stuff like that are going to be where it's the most interesting, and I think I was probably the most excited to try offline content. And if that's not there, that's really good.
I played the beta. Yeah, the beta was fun. I mean, playing against like Smash players and how fast the games work. I mean, it was such a learning experience. I got my ass kicked by all the top Smash guys. Seeing all these characters. I did like some of these their content that about them. But I would say the one thing, just seeing the trailers leading up to the launch, how like it was slow, it turned off a little bit. Like I still have to try it because like how slow the game is. And I mean, I'll definitely give it a shot, but it wasn't like, oh my god, like multiverse here, I can try it. Try it. When the game's first one where I but now I feel like it's kind of, it's not there as much.
And that's the challenge, is that was never going to happen. You know, multiverses being a brand new thing 2 years ago, and this was 5 years ago.
It's not bring that by. That's
July 2022.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, like the capture is going to be something that's going to be that's the same. This is that they'll never get that audience back. They're not. They're not. Characters, so it's just over time. And it's the same way. It's concepts. I mean, that's not a problem. The game has launched no ranked mode again. They didn't have a ranked mode once, from what I recall. And now the game has no ranked mode. It's coming later. And it's just player matches.
And that's kind of just like
Sure. I agree. We started back in the beginning.
Wait, so yes, I forgot. Multiverse was released in 2022.
There wasn't much. Look, there wasn't much. According to Jeff McKeely.
According to the Please Wrap It Up Awards, remember, it was in contention with Seafood.
Yeah, see, I would try to hear. That's what I would rather have a sequel schedule.
That's crazy, man. I don't know why I think it was a year ago, but yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's also a little bit of something else I wanted to touch on. Either did anyone see
Yes.
Netmaster trailer, or not trailer, but like gameplay video where I clicked through it and I'm like, why is she getting her ass kicked in this official video? Like, what happens in all the
It's a person that is playing the opposite character, and they're clearly winning. The person is just like, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. It's the same thing for all the DLC characters, bro. It's very weird, so I don't get it. It's just one person with its character, one person with the other character is just bad.
It's this video, watch Troublemaker just giving her like absolute trouble. I it's super cool. She's like they're showing like awesome.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I like this.
I like the colors that they make. It's not like, alright, I mean, it's a different approach to marketing, but man, so keep going to these colors.
Hot take. I don't think Netmaster's going to do much for me, much less like some of the previous DLC characters of DNF Duel. I don't think they do much for me.
She doesn't look like you.
She's just Striker again. I have fun with several characters from Berserker to Troubleshooter to
You know, she's more of a husband, though, not a wife.
yeah, on what's real. It's like I think I'm gonna play because she's fun. I think she's super cool. Netmaster is just like, all right, so this is just a not jam, same character as before. And I don't get waifu baited very hard. Yeah, you're just gonna look cool.
Yeah, my kid master.
I am the original waifu baited.
As you mentioned, you have to bring this up. Me and just like said this, like jam. That's and that would affect the I was like, no.
Slayer's being added. I think it's not. What I was going to say is that those characters in this season, I can't even tell you how many others there have been. There was some guy with guns or some shit. There was some others. There was a little girl. There was now and that's all my enemies have is that they just announced first scale battle adjustments and balance. And that is going to be going to happen fairly soon. Netmaster either drops or soon after. So it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, system-wide changes. Like, I pretty much stopped playing the game when they nerfed the shit out of Troubleshooter. Because he lost everything he did, and he ended up playing the movie and everything. This was terrible. And all the Troubleshooter people also stopped playing the game at the same time. So it's like, okay, well, I'm curious if they're going to change that. Because clearly it's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, the game needs more mobility and stuff like that. But it would be nice if there was, every time they add mobility, forward rolls, back rolls, it gets better. Yeah, so we'll see.
Is there any other game in the history of fighting games, like in the last 20 years, that's like in this weird position that DNF Duel is, where it's like, it doesn't seem popular, but they're still making content for it?
Anime games. All of them.
Like, just like have that kept it alive. I mean, I'm still better social media and stuff.
I guess. And right now, I'm going to do right now. I'm so serious. I mean, it's not to me, it's like it's even more so, quote unquote, anime game. Like, Blaze is kind of thing. Right? So it's like, okay, so you're not going to really want that. There's the cross tag. But I think, yeah, like DNF Duel, and it's like, yeah, Discord era fighter feelings that you're describing. Yeah, it's kind of comparable to what a Melton, a Fate game goes to. Like those kind of games.
I think it's at that level because I still think like plays through a cross-night battle or like under night roll, like a level above it, where it's like I just know that community is there, the drivers just don't and I like like when I was playing it, I like certain characters and stuff. It's just like, but TLC still keeps coming out every 6 months. Did you guys see that breakdown of what has happened in fighting games since DNF Duel has been announced? It just came out like a lot. Like Street Fighter 6 finishes its entire DLC season.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's just like the nature of like a game that ends up being sort of middle of the road, where it's gonna either have its like hardcore audience or not. We still don't know how good the game has sold or if it has sold well, but it at least has a relatively big audience. The franchise is a big audience overseas, so we have no idea how big of the overseas audience is when anybody's playing it online or whatnot. It just sort of falls in line with those like fighting games that are there's gonna be like a hardcore people that love this shit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they had an English and side so people still play it.
People still play it.
Yeah.
People still play it. People play the NPCI tournaments. It's like they're on like NPCI weekly 157 or some shit, and like they have like 30 to 40 people, which was the size of WNF not even that long ago.
Yeah.
So it's like
What did that combo breaker?
Yes. Yeah, there's side tournaments. There's always side tournaments for like these wacky old games. They're there. The communities are there.
Where's Weapon Lord?
Weapon Lord? You have to ask TJ specifically.
But like have a combo breaker turn into Weapon Lord. I love that. I'd turn the shit out of that. So I think our final story today, I personally love this. It's a game I've long since wanted to play, whatever. There was a lost WWE fighting game that was pitched, developed, and it's basically Power Stone. WWE Brawl, where
this never came out.
This never came out, and everyone only ever knew the 360 PS3 version, but a 3DS version leaked to a playable build. And the boss of this game, it's Vince McMahon in a mecha.
Oh, like a Mr. Burns in a mecha. What the hell?
Pretty much, and he's doing all sorts of unsavory things, I'm sure, backstage. So this is a PS for athlete who can play it, and I think PS rooms would still get, like, there was WWE All-Stars yet for a while to think about.
Yeah.
So this is playable, and they switched this, and they got pretty far in development. Really fun character designs and such. Fun stuff to do. Like, again, like with Power Stone, and I only saw like a few videos of it. That was it. And now that this 3DS version is like finally playable, I'm like, that's so cool.
And that's
why is this not released? Like, why did this game not release? It's just gonna get me just pulled out. They're like, no, we don't want a fun arcade fighting game. That's not. People don't like that.
People like realism. The same way that this Hi-Fi Rush game was so cartoony and jank, but they're charging people nothing for it. It doesn't look real. It doesn't look real.
That's surprising.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for let's see your Max.
Be on the show. Damn, the end of it. Yeah. All right. Let's call it.